that they have full control. Clix is down and out. Higgs and Yamzo are the last two left alive. Yamzo playing deep side of the storm here. Kind of swings around, finds Bolt, shuts him down. Two more elims sent to the Yamzo's pocket here. And things are now starting to look very favorable for him.
Yeah, every team in this lobby, but maybe two, are in shambles, are missing at least one player or a big chunk of help. But Peterbot still continues to set his eyes in the sky. He had the Shockwave pistol, but it goes down. Cold is doing his heal off towards the back. Pollo, Agers, and Acorn in game number one, uncontested at Demon's Domain, are in the driver's seat looking to close this one out, but Cold falls as well. All the pressure on the Ritual, and he falls like a lawn chair.
Top 5 for the teams that we expect to win this weekend's tournament here. This grand finals is just starting to heat up. Yamzo gets a little siphon here delivered to him. Oyo still in the game here, healthy as ever. Acorn alongside him. Yamzo just a wild factor here. Now kind of setting things up. He's got a misform to go ahead and play with. Trying to see if he's got a win condition before him, but no, he doesn't. Instead, has to go ahead and take the fights here. Shot coming in from up top, though. Too much pressure. Has to misform around the outskirts here. Jacob is starting to get interesting. Decisions to go up might just happen here.
Yeah, he has no extra heals, so he knows he can't play the backside of the zone unless he gets an elimination or down. Jojo Fishy on one side. Visual's trying to break their way through. They're getting stuck. They're getting smushed to the outside of the zone. HP is going down. The Storm is doing a lot of the work as Yamso is trying to steal that one away, but it gets taken. Jojo Fishy gets it in the nick of time. The Siphon is now coming into play. High Ground is diving down, but Acorn falls to Visuals. Nobody here is a full trio. That gives anybody a fighting chance, but nah. Not in Ager's house. He ends that run rather quickly. Forces outside of the zone for Braids to play that heal off, and he only has a med kit and possibly some Storm Sickness on top. Timing is going to be crucial as Braids is trying to make that last-ditch effort into the zone, but he's in a 1v2, and Agers put that final nail in the coffin. A 10 eliminate.
Double dash to get across. It's Acorn, Oyo, and Ager set up for high ground, but they know best. This is definitely risky, right, to hold height this early, even into the end game. Although they've been gifted, they will have to stay on their toes if they want to pull a back-to-back victory royale. But one thing's for certain, a top 10 should be very much in the conversation, in the books here. Look at Crazy Threats, though, making their way across this awkward terrain here. Try to stay out of the line of sight, out of the action. And this is just beautiful zone reads, great rotates here. Take notes, guys. This is how you do it.
In theory, they might be able to get priority on that slow side of the zone, but Huga's kind of damaged up, forced to dash around. Peterbot holding another team outside of the zone. He's going to get one onto Ozone. That brings their total eliminations to 6, over the 100-point thresh mark. No extra heals in his inventory, Monster, though. And you can see Cold, no misform. He's going to be stuck with the dashes. That's all that's left over as they get to the front side of the zone. Now is their time to start popping off because they have to start accumulating the points, keeping it consistent, and keep it at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. They're choosing a day one strategy to just play ultimate load, find eliminations. I wouldn't put it past them if day 2 is going to be high ground day. You know, just come out the gate looking for big victories, but we're still early in the tournament setting right here. For some, it's just about getting your groove, playing it how it kind of comes here. But Peterbot and Ritual can play any situation. You just give them a chance to, and look at that. Find themselves a nice little chug jug as well. That's going to be very much welcome, given that they don't have heals here. Ultimate low ground, though, they have full control here. Things are going to be bouncing back towards the canyons, crossing down and over. And look, no one here has a lot of mats. This is why you don't see anyone contesting any kind of mid-ground layer. It's all very much low-level gameplay here.
Yeah, exactly that. No one's even looking up to kind of contest high ground because they don't have the resources, even if it does look free to take. Agers, Acorn, Pollo, they've been conserving all of their material zone after zone up until this point, but it continues to move over towards that bridge. King's in a tough spot. 2 of his teammates went down right before his very eyes. He's using the misform to reposition, but it was Peterbot, Ritual, and Cold that did the damage to Team Brazil.
And they find King here now as well, putting in a little bit more pressure. Cold's going to go ahead and trust in Ritual to go ahead and clean that one up. Ager's going to be the one who finds the elimination. Peterbot finally starts to turn to high ground now. Pollo comes down, trying to put that extra pressure in, and just note how fast Pollo was to attack right there. Pulling out the fangs here. Clix, though, getting active. Med misplay, love to see it here. G-Money just trying to stay alive here. Aviv looking for a side angle too, but nothing's going to come and be available. Instead, it's Cold who snipes that elimination. Another one for Cold, Peterbot, and Ritual here.
Yep, 30 on that Chug Jug. He knows it's not a lot, but it could be just enough. He even finds one more use onto that misform, but shots coming from the side, so he has no choice but to move forward. That's Higgs, that's Kliz, that's in his warpath as he continues to fire down, but turn around Rapid. He was able to get that first down. Bolts is able to get two. Peterbot Cold have just been dismantled, leaving Ritual by himself, but he's able to get a spot in his own as he runs out of mats.
Clix is gonna fall there as well. He tries to play a med kit play in the zone. It's Bolts who's last standing here. Mess kind of misforms around the side. Higgs is still standing as well. Fourth place now, sees Ritual here. Tries to go for a big one, finds a tag, but he has to get the finish here. This is all or nothing. The first whip, but the follow-up was good. Boyo, Agers, and Acorn are here to stay, though. Looking for the second victory royale now, Jacob. Talk about back-to-back monster games, a 10 Elin dub as they do